You know what I don't like about balloons in Bloons TD6? They're too big. Man, I wish there was a way that I could just make the balloons smaller in this game. Whoa, how did that happen? Oh, I know. It's because I pressed the small balloons button. Yep, that's right. I'm going to be showing you how to get the small balloons button in BTD6. So, I am doing this without monkey knowledge for those of you that don't have a lot of monkey knowledge. So what we're going to want to do first is we're going to want to get a tack shooter. And you have to do it in this map for the guide that I'm doing. It's better if you do it in this map, just so that you can copy what I'm doing, basically step by step. So you're going to want to start with a tack shooter, and you want to get a 102, and press play. And you can just let it sit. The way you get the small balloons button is by getting the Balloon Master Alchemist, which is the bottom path Alchemist, tier 5 bottom path Alchemist, getting him to 1 million pops before round 100. So we don't need to worry about him right now until the later rounds, because that's where he gets most of his pops. So anyways, we're going to want to get Tack Sprayer now on round 4. Tack Sprayer, because Tack Sprayer is just going to melt all of these balloons. And by round 5, you should be able to afford even faster shooting. This is on easy mode, by the way. So everything is just super cheap, just to get this achievement very easily. So, once you have that tack shooter down, you are going to want to get an Alchemist and place it right above the, what's his name, the tack shooter. Wow, I'm sorry, I forgot what that was called. But yeah, you're going to want to place it right above the tack shooter. Just like so. Just keep it in range there. And you're going to want to get 3. You're going to want to get the 2 on top for right now. Just like so. And what we're going to get next is a village for the camo detection. I'm going to put my Alchemist on strong. You guys can do that if you want. So what we're going to want to get next is a village. So I will be back once I am able to afford the village. Okay, I'm back, and I now have enough to afford the village. It's okay if this Alchemist up top isn't in range of the village, because we don't really need to worry about him. The only one that needs to have the village upgrades is the tack shooter. So what we're gonna want to get first is Grow Blocker. And we should be able to get Radar Scanner before round 24 here. So I will be back. I'm not even sure if my Alchemist is in range of the village because it's too high up. I can't see the icon for it. But anyways, I'll be back once I can afford the village. Okay, so not too long of a cut, about 10 seconds off, and now we can afford the radar scanner just before round 24, which is when the first camo balloon comes up. So yeah, now we should be all set. Since we have the acidic mixture dip affecting the tack shooter can hit lead balloons, and camo lead balloons now that we have the radar scanner. And the Alchemist can also hit lead balloons too in case the tack shooter does need help. So that is very nice. What we're going to want to get next is the overdrive for $2,720, which we will definitely be able to afford before the first Moab, which is where we're really going to need the overdrive. So yeah, I'll be back once I can afford the overdrive. Okay, it is now round 30, and I can afford the overdrive. So As you can see, the Alchemist is popping the lead balloons, and so is the Overdrive, since it has the acidic mixture dip from the Alchemist. Next, we're probably going to get Berserker Brew, just to buff the Overdrive just a little bit more, so that it doesn't struggle against any sort of balloons that get sent at it now. As you can see, the radar scanner is coming into play here against these camo balloons. And it doesn't look like the Alchemist is in range of the village, which, like I said, is okay because the Alchemist isn't the one we're worried about for getting the village upgrades. So, what we're going to do next is we're going to get a stronger stimulant, just to buff the Overdrive a little bit more. And I personally like middle path more, especially when you're only buffing up one tower specifically, because you don't need faster throwing since it's only one tower, so it doesn't need to keep switching between towers. So perishing potions, as you can see, attack potions deal more damage to mob class balloons, shift fortified off small balloons, and it also strengthens brews and stimulants. So that is really good for us right now. And finally, for the village, we're going to get bigger radius and jungle drums. We don't need primary training, not yet at least. And now this will be able to deal with a Moab right here. So now, here comes the part where we need to have the important stuff, which is our Balloon Master Alchemist. So, we're going to throw this guy up here. Right here should be good. And as you can see, it just shredded the Moab. So we're going to go into free play because obviously we haven't gotten the Balloon Master Alchemist to 1 million. Not 1 million. Is it 1 million? I think it is 1 million. Yeah, it's 1 million pops. I'm sorry, guys. It's late. I'm tired. And so yeah, we're gonna keep going. And we're gonna get bottom path, lead to gold, and rubber to gold in just a few seconds. This is also going to help us get money faster too. And it's better to get perishing potions with this guy, just because perishing potions is just better for this guy. This helps him deal a little more damage. Not that he really needs it because the Balloon Master Alchemist turns everything into red balloons, but I just like having it because why not? So, as you can see, if it'll happen, some of the balloons he coats that this Alchemist coats, some of them they get like a yellow tint on them, a yellow glow sort of, right? When you pop those balloons, they give you money, depending on what kind of balloon it is, I think. So if it's like a red balloon, it'll only give you 1. If it's a blue balloon, 2, etc., etc. And if you saw right there, I'm not sure if you did, but if you saw just right there, the Alchemist got $50 from each lead balloon that just came up on screen right now. So that was $200 from 4 lead balloons. So that is the lead to gold Alchemist really good. And that's why we have him in the front, so that he deals with more stuff, and so that the Overdrive doesn't steal all of the pops from the Balloon Master Alchemist, which, as you can see, we need 34,000 for. So I'm probably just going to speed this up in case I do anything else that I don't plan on doing. I doubt it, but anyways, here is a speed up until we can afford the Balloon Master Alchemist. You should be able to afford it before round 70. If you afford it by round 70, you will be fine. You will 100% get the achievement. Because he is guaranteed to get 1 million pops before round 100 if you afford it before round 70. So, here we go. Speed up. Okay, so we're back. It's round 55, and we can afford the Balloon Master Alchemist now. So let's go ahead and get him. And he just looks super cool, in my opinion. And as you can see, that Moab just instantly melted and turned into a red balloon. So, Balloon Master Alchemist is just crazy good. And the last thing we're going to get for the Bloon Master Alchemist is the radar scanner village, so that he can pop camo balloons, because currently he cannot. That Moab just got shredded. I'm gonna put him on strong just so that he hits the stronger balloons. Guarantees we get the most pops. And the Moab balloons are just completely getting annihilated. I'm pretty sure this goes all the way up to ZOMG balloons, where it just instantly pops them. So this dude is gonna get a lot of pops. I'm gonna go ahead and get jungle drums on him too, because why not? Makes him attack faster. And that's it for this dude. As you can see, that BFB didn't stand a chance. I think the last thing we're going to get is primary training and primary mentoring, just for the balloons that pass by through here. As you can see, this dude already has 17,000 pops, and we barely upgraded him to the Bloon Master Alchemist. The last thing we're going to save up for is the attack zone here. Because the attack zone is going to do work against anything that passes through. If it passes the Bloon Master Alchemist, then the attack zone will just clean it all up. So, I will be back once I have the extra $5,000. Okay, we're back. It is around 69. Haha, funny number. And we can now afford the attack zone. So, the attack zone is just going to clean up every other balloon that passes by the Bloon Master Alchemist. I'm just going to call him BMA for short. And here, since we have the Bloon Master Alchemist, I'm going to get the MIB on this village. Now, all we really have to worry about is buffing the Bloon Master Alchemist, because the attack zone is going to clean up literally everything, since it can hit every type of balloon. So you're pretty much set for the rest of the game. You are guaranteed to get 1,000,000 pops before round 100 with this dude. But before you hit round 100, on round 99, you want to turn off auto start, because if you don't turn off auto start, this happened to me. If you don't turn off auto start and you leave it on and you beat round 100, which you will, the game actually continues and it goes on to round 101. Since you're not supposed to pass round 100 with the Bloon Master Alchemist, it doesn't count for the achievement, and you have to restart the whole process again. So, before hitting round 100, I suggest that you turn off auto start. You just make sure that it's off. You can leave it on for all these other rounds, but just make sure you turn it off for round 90. For round 99. Anyways, as you can see, this dude already has 100,000 pops, and he's only going to get more as the rounds progress. I think we will get a couple more things just to deal with the bad, because the BMA does not one-shot the bads. He does not affect the bads with the red balloons. He does not turn bads into red balloons, I mean. And I don't know if the attack zone is 100% going to destroy the bad. So just to be safe, I am going to get some extra popping power just for the bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cannon. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here in this corner right here. And I'm going to get the middle path all the way up to a Moab Eliminator, because the Moab Eliminator does massive damage to bads and any sort of Moab class balloons. And I think with the Moab Eliminator, we will be guaranteed to win and get all the way to round 100 and still get the Alchemist to 1,000,000 pops. So I'll be back once I can afford the Moab Eliminator. Okay, we are back. It's round 84, and we can now get the Moab Eliminator. Once you have the mob eliminator, you want to get bigger bombs and heavy bombs, because it allows the mob eliminator to deal even more damage. As you can see, for proof that the Balloon Master Alchemist will definitely get way more pops, he will get the guaranteed 1 million pops. He has 430,000 pops, and the attack shooter only has 200,000 pops, and he's been around 40 rounds before the Balloon Master Alchemist. So that is how you know the Balloon Master Alchemist will get 1 million pops. Even though it's kind of tight right now, he's only at 500,000, around 90. There are still going to be way more balloons, way more Moabs that show up. So trust me when I say the Balloon Master Alchemist will get 1 million pops with this strategy. Even though it does seem unlikely, trust me, he will get the pops that he needs. So I will see you guys once it hits round 99. Okay, so for round 95, since I did lose on round 95, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a primary expertise. I tested this already, so I know it's going to work. The primary expertise will defend against all the DDTs. You always have the mob eliminator ability whenever you need to use it. You will have enough money for the primary expertise. If you don't have enough money right at the beginning of round 95, there are a bunch of lead and purple balloons that show up at the beginning. So you will be able to afford the primary expertise before the DDTs and the Moab show up, which is when all the struggle happens. So now we can press play, and we are 100% going to be able to win this round, to beat this round, and get the BMA up to its 1 million pops. Because the primary expertise shouldn't get too many pops, shouldn't steal too many pops from the Balloon Master Alchemist. As you can see, primary expertise defended this really well, and the BMA still got 20,000 pops out of that. So it's round 96. We should be getting close to the 1 million. As you can see, we are at 970,000, and we have hit the 1 million mark. So now you can just relax, get up any other towers that you want to get up. Just use your abilities if you need to. Use as many abilities. You should be getting the Moab Eliminator ability very quickly because you have the primary expertise up there. And the BMA is still going to do a lot of work as well. Now you're at round 99. Make sure you turn off auto start. And keep spamming the ability if you want. Since you definitely can. And now you can press play. Use the ability. Do whatever you want. And you are 100% going to beat this bad. I'll go through it just for proof. And as you can see, boom, he got melted. And since you turned off auto start, you are now exactly on round 100. What you want to do now is you want to go home. You want to go to your achievements, and you should have it around here. Do not press play after round 100 because it will not count for the achievement. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know I kind of scuffed up on round 95. But hopefully you guys didn't continue. Hopefully you guys didn't go off the video and try to do it on your own, because then you would have lost, and you would have lost 500 monkey money, which would not have been good. But I sacrificed my monkey money for you guys because I don't want to let you guys down. I want to help you guys get as much stuff as possible. Now you go into settings, extras, small balloons, and you are good. Thank you for watching. Consider liking and hitting that subscribe button with the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.